Born in VR, reborn for everyone. Eve Valkyrie Warzone is the first-person spaceship shooter that's soon to be available on PC and PS4 without the need for a VR headset. With an entirely new generation of ships waiting in the hangar, both rookie pilots and VR veterans are going to want to stay tuned for our guide to the all-new Heavy class. Heavy ships are all about big guns, strong shields, and thick armour. They're slower to manoeuvre than other classes, as you'd expect, but with the right pilot, that won't stop them being a dominant presence in the battle space. The Scarab is an utter brute. Her primary weapon employs splash damage, as do many other ships, but in combination with a massive shield, you'll find that in a head-on shooting match or close quarters brawl, there's nowhere better to be sat than in the cockpit of a Scarab. You'll soak up more damage and be able to inflict more of your own. For defense, you have an electromagnetic shield, or EMS, that destroys incoming missiles and has the very handy side effect of charging your primary rounds with an EMP capable of stunning everyone they hit. Better still, your secondary micro-warp drive means you'll always be in the right place at the right time, or can escape from the wrong one for long enough to regenerate your shield. If that's still not enough, then activate your Void Storm Ultra to stun every enemy in range with an EMP bomb, and pick them off at your leisure. The Vulcan's unique selling point is its insanely versatile primary weapon, the laser Gatling. It lays down sustained rapid fire that starts out in a wide pattern, but then tightens to arrive at pinpoint accuracy a few seconds before overheating. The Gatling is best used at mid-range, but if you plan ahead, you can also chip away at shields from long distances once the laser warms up, and when up close, the rate and duration of fire means you're still a very serious threat indeed. Defensively, the Vulcan is among the best equipped ships available, with micro-warp to escape any situation you don't fancy, and a self-repair that'll top up your armour and shields after you do. Finally, her Ultra is a cocoon overshield that gives you a super shield and lets you spray hot laser death with very little concern for your own well-being. Another splash damage specialist, the Corvus Tri-Flak Cannon fires faster and for longer than the others, and, if used right, might be the most powerful primary weapon in Warzone in terms of pure destructiveness. She also has the strongest shield of any ship in the game, tough armour, and is decently agile by heavy standards, so survivability is up there with the very best. Handy for crowd control, head-on, or in a close pursuit, your team will definitely thank you for picking the Corvus, not least because her true speciality is using a sonar array to detect any nearby ships that couldn't otherwise be easily spotted, but we'll talk more about that some other time. She also boasts the same EMS missile shield as the Scarab, and her Ultra, known as Silence, is an EM pulse that stuns anyone in range and can be thoroughly devastating to an entire team when timed for maximum effect. Finally, the Hydra, which excels at both long and short-range combat, should be the first choice of any heavy pilot who favours finesse and tactical prowess over outright power. Her primary is a flak cannon that manages only 4 shots between recharges, but that's okay, because by the time you get close enough for flak, there's a good chance your enemy will have little or no shield left. That's because the Hydra's secondary weapon is a guided railgun that works over long distances, and rarely misses. Again, it can't sustain fire for all that long, but the ability to soften up an incoming or fleeing enemy while you're outside the range of their weapons is invaluable. However well you plan your attacks, you'll need to go defensive once in a while, and with a relatively weak shield, the Hydra pilot needs to be very willing to turn and run when the odds are against them. Luckily, the Hydra has been equipped with electronic countermeasures, or ECM for short, to fend off missiles, and when your Ultra is charged, you can activate Spectre's Bond to make yourself immune from all incoming fire. So those are the 4 ships of the Heavy class. Each of them is capable of turning the tide of battle, but it's up to you to judge which one is the best choice. Keep an eye on the channel for updates on the other classes, but to find out more about Eve Valkyrie Warzone right this minute, just head over to evevalkyrie.com.